In machine learning, we find different kinds of data. In order to make a program in Python or some other languages, you must understand that either that data set is a labeled data set or unlabeled data set. Sometimes it happens that you can take particular data set as a labeled of your choice or unlabeled of your choice. So this is the data set of a class where we have 10 students and and they have given exam of some course where the student has prepared exam according to this column, which shows that the number of hours, and the second column shows that how much time they have spent in social media, and the third column is what percentage marks that any student has obtained. Now my question is how you how what kind of data you will consider. Is this a labeled data or is this an unlabeled data? My next question is what columns can be included in a data set? Either we include all these four columns or we consider only three columns. So the answer for this is that this data can be written as labeled and unlabeled data set. Remember that unlabeled data set is that data set where you do not give an answer to the data set. So the first question can be answered is that the data set can be written in terms of unlabeled data set. How can we write that? First, we need to understand that these students are not a part of data set. Since student number one, student number two does not give you any concrete information about the data set. For example, the student number 10 is not someone who is at the last, although that student is getting very good marks. And student number one, for example, is not an intelligent or it is not a student who is getting full marks, although he or she is getting 0% marks. So we must uh, exclude the first column. The next three columns are the or can be included. These three columns can be included in unlabeled data set. In that case, where this data set will be presented will be presented. It means that where this data set will be lie. For example, if you write the data set for student number one, which can be written as 0, 20, and 0, what do you think where this data set will lie? Since there are three numbers, so you can say that it will lie in R cube. So the data set is actually will be a subset of R cube, where you have a bigger space R cube, where we have three elements, and the data set is a subset of this R cube. In this sense, the data set will be written, as I mentioned earlier, will be written as 0, 20, 0. 1.5, 8.5, and 2. Now the next thing is how this data set can be written as unlabeled data set. I'm sorry, labeled data set. In labeled data set, for example, we can write labeled data set. There should be an answer to your data set. Suppose we say that these are two features. When we put these features into some machines, then you get the results. So it means that this data set will have some values. The first column, for example, if it is feature 1, this is feature 1, this is feature 2. There are two features, for example, and this is the last column. The third column is the result. Now remember that in 1 week, suppose there are 24 hours. So 24 hours for 7, we have 168 hours total in 1 week. So in 1 week, we say that there are maximum 168 hours and minimum preparation time is 0. Preparation time is 0 or preparation time is 168 hours. So it means that we have for preparation time, we have 0, 168 is the interval. Similarly, for social media time, the minimum time is 0 and the maximum time is also 168 in 1 week. And what else we have? So generally, when you have a featured thing, then you write this as square. This shows that for the first two, since there is 2, for the first 2 columns you have features. And what will be the answer? The answer will be from 0 to 100. This is your larger data. What will be the subset? The subset will be your data set. So these are the larger values, bigger values, and from these values you are getting your data set. So in this case, for example, we can write the data set as 0, 20, and then we have comma, we have 0. Similarly, if we have, for example, 1.5, 8.5, and we have, for example, 2. The data set will look like this. So this was example number 1, where we have seen that how to write any data set in terms of unlabeled data set and labeled data set. This is our second example, example number 2. In example number 2, we see that there are 3 images. And if you see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it means that 5 rows, and we have 7, I'm sorry, we have 7 rows. We have 7 rows. Row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5, row 6, row 7. There are 7 rows. And how many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 columns. So this will be a number of R matrix of 7 by 5. And all these 3 images have 7 row and 5 columns. And this data set has a prediction. For example, 7 by 5 where it is a black and white image, we can predict whether we have A, B, C, so on. The data set will be a subset of this set, where we have a pixel, 7 by 5 pixels, and where we also have the images of alphabets. So this is the prediction. Remember that uh, this is black and white image, and for white image we have 0, and for black image we have 1. This is another example of data set, and this is categorically labeled data set, where we have a labeled value for some data set. The last example is the about the clustering. In this example, we need two sets. For example, the first set is showing that where the x is coming from. X is subset of r square. It means that we have on the x-axis we have x-axis, and on the y we have y. And we define another set, which is y, which shows that if we have, for example, this empty space, then we have 1, 2, 3. For empty space we have 1, that will be 1. For gray, for example, we have 2, and for black we have 3. So if we have, for example, 1, 1, comma 1, it means that we are talking about the white dots, white dots. So it is an example of clustering, where we have a cluster. And this is also an example of categorically labeled data set. So these are the few examples on identifying the data set. Thank you for watching.